It is a wild Wednesday here at Dakota News Now, as we are joined by education specialist Allison Gold with the Great Plains Zoo here.
Yeah, and if you notice right now, as we're sitting on the couch, Bailey wants to sit over here versus here because she's not a big snake fan. That's all right. We've had snakes on for Wild Wednesday. Remember, Allison, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us about what we have.
Sure, yeah. So this is one of our Kenyan sand boas. Her name is Behati. So she's one of the smaller snakes that we have at the zoo. But they are a desert snake native to Kenya and some other countries in Eastern Africa. And they get the name sand boa because they spend a majority of their time buried underneath of the sand.
So we don't see these snakes around here.
Not around here, nope.
No.
I guess, what are some other features of them? It's really pretty, the pattern.
Yeah, so she has a few things that are really special for their type of snake. The biggest one is the shape and the design of their head. So they have really small eyes and their nose are on the top of their head instead of on the sides or on the front. And so that helps them to bury under the sand with only their eyes and their nose above the surface of the sand. So they're able to see and breathe with the rest of their body completely hidden.
So obviously these are not venomous
They're
snakes
not.
the way you're holding this.
Yes.
Right now, just what do they eat, and just tell us a little more about it.
Yeah, they are carnivores and they are constrictors. So they eat a lot of small rodents, smaller mammals, so things like mice. Sometimes they'll eat lizards if they find them, but mice are what they're going to go for the most. And so as a constrictor, whenever they do catch their prey, they'll latch onto it really tight with their mouth, and then they'll curl their body around it and squeeze on super tight so they can hold onto it as they're eating.
Yeah. I guess, what other care instructions how do you take care of them? I mean,
you don't have these for pets, though, do you?
They are one that people can have as pets, but they are one that they are most threatened in the wild by the exotic pet trade. So whenever people are considering getting them as pets, we always say to do a lot of research and make sure the one that you're getting is coming from ones that have been bred in human care rather than taking them out of the wild. They do take some extra special care. So as a desert species, you typically want to have them living in sand and having lots of heat sources for them.
Like
so
a lamp, maybe?
Yes, heat lamps or heating pads under a tank too. For her, we have a heat lamp that's on most of the time. Sometimes the room she's in does get warm enough we can shut it off, but she really likes the heat, so we need to make sure it's not too cold and it's not getting too humid for her either.
Much bigger than this, or is that about
She is full grown.
How old?
Yeah, she's about 11 years old, and she's full grown now, so she's about 1.5 feet, close to 2 feet when she's all the way stretched out. And the cool thing about sand boas is that the females get a lot bigger than the males do. So the males will only be about 1 foot long. And we actually have her dad as one of our ambassador animals as well, and he's a lot smaller than she is.
Wow, interesting. So how many snakes do you guys have at the zoo? So I can avoid them when I go next time.
You don't usually hit the...
I don't go to the snake area usually.
Okay. Yeah, we have a bunch of snakes in our education group alone. We have almost 10 across a couple different species, and then there are a couple others throughout the zoo that you can visit as well.
And these are the type, you bring these out to schools.
We do, yes.
This is a good education animal.
They are, yeah. They're a really relaxed type of snake. You can tell she's not moving a whole lot, but they are a really fun one to teach about just because they're not one that we have around here, so not a lot of people know about them or know where they live.
So if they want to get a hold of you at the zoo, a school, just reach out.
Absolutely, yeah. We can do Zoomobiles where we take animals out into the public, and so all of the information for that is on our website, where you just have a Zoomobile request form that people can fill out. We also have field trips that people can come to the zoo with a school group or with a daycare group. And then also for younger kids this time of year, we have our bookworms program on Friday mornings. So she makes appearances at those sometimes as well.
So if someone has a phobia of snakes, isn't it best to maybe to hold the snake?
No. You can hold it.
Wrap around your neck?
No, we always take small steps, and we like to say that you don't necessarily have to be afraid of them as long as you have just a healthy respect for them.
Yes, I respect you, but I do not want to hold you.
You don't want to.
That's right.
My hands are sweaty.
And so we like to say too that if I'm holding it, you know it's safe. And so if just being this close is a good step, and then maybe next time get a little
I wasn't
closer.
going to sit on that side. I told Thor, I was like, scooch over.
He's looking at you.
He's looking right at the tongue. The tongue is also kind of getting me.
Allison, thank you for coming in.
Of course, thanks for having us.